believe they can move the ball against any defense. It's the Cowboys going up against the Giants.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd, a few minutes. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Here's Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he fields it cleanly. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards gets him back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Back to throw. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A gain of 8 and a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And now here's a carry heading left. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we get a peek at the defensive starters, and it's a unit that really needs to do better than they did last week.
So I would expect them to come out with a lot more emotion this week, flying around, trying to establish a new tone, because last week they didn't feel good about it all.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action here with Dalton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And that one results in 35 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And now a first down following that long gain. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. to run it now out of the gun. And they'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Giants on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Going underneath for Lewis. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Here we go.
On third down, that's Lewis. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Dalton here from the gun. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. Green 39.
This is Lewis. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, and he fires one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Giants on third down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Dalton now to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Dalton, 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Second down now after the pass completion.
Watch tight, tight end right. Watch tight, tight end right. Green 39.
Now
Green,
contact
39.
up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
You ain't going nowhere. Now let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
After knocking through a field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Giants are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Cowboys just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 1st and 10. Completion will be made here to a wide open man. And this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead grows to 4. Giants come out on 3rd and 4. Here the pass would be completed into coverage, and he caps off the 8-play drive with a touchdown. Giants go up by field goal. Now 1st and 10. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 28-yard line. They would go on to kick a field goal and put 3 points on the board. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Again, it's Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Another chance for Dalton. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
That time, a 6-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 17-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
Hang on now. 319.
Back to throw here. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First and 10 for Dalton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And now to the air. Dalton. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they... And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on 2nd. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Now out come the Giants. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They try again with Lewis. And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Play action here with Dalton. He's going to go for a big play down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now back to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. second down. Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Cowboys on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A little juke. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go.
They run. This is Lewis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Back to throw. Caught right side, Tate. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Fresh set of downs here. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the gun, Dalton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here, losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
He'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd down now following the run. Dalton off play action. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Dalton, 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Back to throw. And some space here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. And on 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is taken at the 3. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And now running right through it. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need. But if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here we go. Green.
They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A big play there on the catch and run.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Second down following the run.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll set up a throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And that'll make it third down. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime, then it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Giants, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.